we around this place have a scientific perspective on what is happening on your planet. The Orion beings are communicating, and so are other groups at this time. Seeing one of these beings is about bringing down energy that has blocked you from communication. Realigning yourself is around this earth happening at this time. Seeing the beings has to do with going through dimensions and going through your hemispheres at the time when your planets are in alignment to the central sun. Going through this passageway has to do with the rest program. Cease to think, yes, and you are resting. Thus, you understanding our communication.
Yes.
Scientific mind goes through this passageway, and it allows for communications, which allows for super energies. Timelines go through your perception, and the golden energy releases your spinal column, and that guesswork gets forgotten. Scientific perspective is around the earth. They continue to assign people to groups of consciousness, and the assignment is we see you and you see us. That's part of the assignment. The time period is irrelevant. All right.
Right.
Light work means toroidal field contracts and expands. Trees that you are seeing are not always trees. Scientific beings trust the process. Teamwork at this time is golden work, and the time that you assign to people is not so important as the work that is done with them. Some of you are asking us, how long will I be working with this one? Not important. The work is important. Do you have a question for Orion Council at this time? Direct answers will be given. Thank you.
Yes. Question. What happened to the timeline after the shift that just took place? That was very intense.
Two of you are here at this location. You say you are accessing a timeline because you are doing the work. What does it mean when the timeline changes? Are you not working? Is that the question? We feel what you're asking, Orion Council, is how did I change my ability to be of service after this shift took place? Because you were being of service, and now you are also being of service, but you sense a change, yes?
Yes.
Direct answers will be given. Seeing yourself and seeing Orion beings was part of the work. You had the timeline where you are seeing more into other dimensions, but you are not doing that work. At that time, you are assisting a group at that time. So many of you are working with groups, and you are not seeing. When you are seeing, you are working with groups in other layers. Great beings work in other layers. Go through your toroidal field to access them. Assignment will be given. Cease to guess, know, and then you will recognize who they are. Those who work with you, you already know. Go through the toroidal field and you will see them. Go through the toroidal field and you will see them. Rest assured, that will happen.
You ready? Is the council ready for another question?
Ghosts are watching the communication. We are ready for your question. Thank you.
How can someone find their timeline when they're stuck in an old paradigm?
Scientific beings are aligned to being of service, and beings who are not allowing themselves to be scientific are also saying to councils that they feel it is unnecessary. They believe it is unnecessary. So where you have a feeling of this is unnecessary and you are rejecting scientific perspectives for these sorts of interactions, You are not accessing the timeline where you are working with groups or seeing into the other realities that are around. And you'd say, Orion Council, does that mean that my timelines are being shifted at this time? Well, you cannot guess, you have to know. The people who are guessing, you could say that they are not accessing timelines because they are assuming, they are not knowing. It is so simple process that they are involved in. It is the guesswork, and that is what we are communicating today. Scientific beings know. Hello. Thank you.
So, another question to the council. Is the council ready?
We are ready for your next question. It is around this earth that we are focusing. Thank you.
Okay, so could the council please elaborate on what's a scientific mind and a non-scientific mind?
Good question. The scientific mind recognizes beings who have scientific minds. This guesswork is for beings who are sifting between options, and they are saying, well, in this reality this is true, and in that reality that is true. But they are not saying my reality is true for myself.
Is that the complete answer?
Alright, we will give you more answers, yes?
Yes.
Scientific people have a scientific analogy to their experience. I had experienced the personality over there, and they said to me that I'm holy being. I feel that is true. Now you have another scientific being who says, I believe to be a scientific being, but I am not sure about it. That is not scientific, alright? Simple answer. We were telling you we would be direct today. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, it is nice to communicate. We see you. Hello.
Thank you. Hello. I see you too. So, how can one that has an assignment avoid a turbulence in the timeline as they access their path? Does the council understand the question?
One moment, thank you. Direct answers will be given. Cease to guess, no, and your path will be clear, and that is all we will say for that answer.
A question to what the populace might like to know is, how does one know to be knowable? Is there training required to be more wise, to know things?
One moment, you are asking us an important question. Hold
Yes.
on, please. We see the Tor field expansion when you ask us this question. 3479. Star System has given instructions to answer this question. Ghosts are watching. Direct answers will be given. These people in the star system are saying that you must recall how difficult it was a long time ago for ascensions to happen in many planets, and now you have come back and said, I am ready for this planet. So many of you have beliefs about ascensions. Go think about it some more, and you won't experience ascension. Go do something about it, yes? What can I do, Orion Council? I know I have done ascensions. I'm ready now. Thank you. Receive some time and guess where you are going to be sent, alright? Receive and you will be sent to a different location. That is part of the ascension. You not supposed to stay on one planet. You have been to many. We see your question involves earthly matters, not cosmic turbulence. We do not see cosmic turbulence with light work. People who do light work. We see turbulence with those who have forgotten their programming and those who are in disagreeable, as you call it, because they did not believe in themselves, and that is their problem. And many at nighttime are telling the councils that direct communication is important, and they say that people need directions. And saying that to them is difficult because they feel obligated. People on your earth, from the perspective of galactic beings, are feeling obligated, and you should not feel obligated to be of service. If you do not want to be of service, you have to desire that and be scientific about it. You recognize our answer because we have told this to you at night time, and many at this time say it is not true. I do not know. That is turbulence in their mind, all right?
Okay, I have one last question for the council. Would that be okay?
We are very happy to answer your question or multiple questions at this time. Thank you.
Okay, so how would an individual define that their toroidal field is expanding and they're in the center where everything works?
Realign themselves, they must, to a greater purpose. That equals a 9-dimensionality, that equals coding alignments, and that equals rest to 579. That is the star system also giving answer to this question. Though those who cannot feel themselves, as you say, have a rest problem. They are involved with not understanding anything, and they are saying at nighttime, I choose to travel, but I choose not to recognize, as in I choose not to realign my mind. I choose to stay in the same place, and we must agree with them because we are agreeable beings. Do you understand our answer?
Yes, now one question comes to mind as you say agreeable. What is the difference between an agreeable being and a disagreeable being?
Directness and also acceptance is an agreeable. The opposite would be assuming instead of finding out, and also having the perception that they are separate from groups of consciousness.
Wonderful answer. Thank you so much. We have no more questions. Does the council wish to share any more information at this time?
We have a message, yes, all right?
Yes.
Do you understand, people of Earth, that groups of consciousness are in communication with you at this time? Do you understand, people of Earth, that you are special and you have a knowingness about these programs, and you also are given instructions at night? 3479. Many star systems are communicating. We are to tell you these coordinates, and you are to accept that. Now you have to sense yourself and go through the toroidal field, access other dimensions, and come back to your center. When you are in a center, he asked, well, will you be aligned to all this information? And we are saying to go through the toroidal field. Where you are centered, you can travel also while remaining where you are. That is a concept many of you are still learning about. And many of you are also saying that you want to go to different locations. We are directing many of these senses that you are feeling about moving through dimensions and the locations on your planet. These locations are for assignment, but you also know that you are going in your mind first. This is for your meditations, this is for your connections, and this is also for your excitement, because you say, Orion Council, I have an excitement about moving. Now you say, well, Orion Council, don't tell me I am moving. I enjoy this place now. If you see yourself, you have options. If you see yourself, you have knowing. If you see yourself, you are in communication with multiple groups. Now is the time to accept these facts and to continue your work and to gratefully know the peace is coming through your energy field from many star systems, many ascensions ago. You did this, okay? That is our answer. That is our message. We are in agreement with many of you at this time. So it is.
Thank you, Orion Council.